Okay guys, in the last video we worked on lower back health by simply breaking us back out of that hyperlordotic or that hyperextended lower back position and trying to get back to stacked vertebrae or neutral spine. And today we're going to look at how to strengthen up that midsection to keep us safer in that position. For most people, starting off just sitting on a chair, a bench, a box, whatever you've got, and just trying to lift your legs, and even better if you can extend them out, this will be a challenge. Midsection, hip flexors will have to work really hard. If you start feeling cramps right here, that is okay. In fact, I would expect it at first, but as these hip flexors get stronger, they begin to pull at your back less, and so you don't deal with that lower back being pulled out of position. So starting point is holding, trying to extend the legs and holding that position. If you start to get where that's not challenging to be able to hold for 20 seconds or so, I have a pair of kettlebells here that I use. A lot of times we'll use boxes. At home people can use chairs. Make sure they're stable chairs, like at a dining table, things along those lines. The lower the item is, the better off you are, because you'll have to close your body up tighter. Ideally, we push down on whatever our item is and we're lifting those legs up. If you have to keep them bent, we will. If you're able to extend one, do it. If you're able to extend both, do it. Same thing, once you get to where holding for 20 seconds is no longer a challenge, try going to the next step. So if you can hold with those knees bent for 20 seconds and it's not a challenge, try to extend one of the legs out. After 10 seconds or so, switch it. The more time you can work with these sits, tuck sits, L sits, things along those lines, the stronger your midsection gets, the stronger your hip flexors get, and the safer your lower back ends up becoming, the stronger all of that gets. And then one of my favorite progressions after this, this actually helps with CrossFit athletes for things like toes to bar and kipping drills, is to put your legs straight out in front of you, butt on the ground, hands on the ground. The further forward your hands are, the more difficult this is going to be, and then pushing into the ground as you lift your legs up, trying not to lean back. So last video was about breaking out of that hyperlordotic position with the lower back. Today it is strengthening up that midsection to keep that lower back safe. These are awesome as far as strengthening drills, because you can do them every day because there's no movement, it's isometric holds, so it builds up a lot of strength without building up a lot of soreness. There are moving drills that I'll show in the next video, but those you can't do every day because they're dynamic in nature, so they do build soreness, so you don't want to do them every day. So sits progressions, if you're trying to increase or improve your lower back health and you're trying to increase that core strength, try throwing these in. Try to accumulate 20, 30 seconds, maybe a minute every day for a week, and just see how you feel. Make sure as you're doing a lot of these sits that we're keeping our legs together, because if you're doing any of the tuck sits and those knees are going out, then you're actually avoiding a weakness in your hip flexor, and your psoas is doing the work instead. And your psoas, if it tries to do too much, it is going to pull directly on the lower back. So be mindful of that. Make sure those knees are staying together on any of your sits. Thank you guys for tuning in.